This is Brendan Needle, and we have some breaking news. The cult of Strix is making waves with their recent activities, and it's sending shockwaves through our community. Between 11 p.m. and midnight on Sunday, March 9th, a disturbing post surfaced on social media from an account believed to be affiliated with the cult of Strix. The post depicted Deputy Sauter lying on the ground in what appeared to be a compromised state. Shortly after the post went live, Weazel One's aerial footage captured a flurry of law enforcement personnel and medical units converging on the area of the O'Neill Ranch. Approximately 30 minutes later, the scene was cleared, but the nature of the incident remains a mystery. Adding to the intrigue, Chief Deputy Jack was heard over police radio later that night, acting as dispatch to deliver what is believed to be the final call for Deputy Sauter. The police department has declined to provide a direct comment on these developments at this time. The events unfolding raise serious concerns about the safety and security of our community. The cult of Strix appears to be escalating their activities, and law enforcement agencies are working tirelessly to unravel the mystery behind their motive. We were able to get these statements from some concerned citizens.
Cover get me. You won't, pussy.
Name's Jack Reaper, so I mean, my friends call me Reaper sometimes because to go get a firearms license and get me a gun. That was my reaction.
That was about the same thing I had when I heard about it.
I would assume that I would be safe because I have nothing to do with any of the government, but who fucking knows? But I mean, shit comes down to it, I'm a military veteran, so I will defend myself till I die. So I mean that's what I got to say about that. If they come after me, they gonna lose at least a couple people before they get me.
Earlier that night, we had a press conference with Chief Deputy Jack and Sheriff Thiessen. Here's what they had to say.
Good evening. I'm Sheriff Jason with the Blaine County Sheriff's Office. To my right is Chief Deputy Texas Jack. I believe that you have some questions pertaining to an active investigation that you wish to ask on behalf of Weazel News.
Yes, that is correct. But I'm sure you saw the most recent Weazel News post and the documents that we handed over to the police department regarding the cult. Have you been able to review these documents at all?
I have, but I'm going to pass that one off to Chief Deputy Jack. Any questions pertaining to that investigation?
How you doing today, Mr. Jack?
Doing fine. How about you?
I'm doing pretty good. Are you the lead investigator in this case?
I wouldn't say I'm the lead. I have a team.
We now know that with the arrest of Mr. Lawson last week, we know he was the leader of the cult that goes by the Driftwoods, and they are also the same cult that goes by the cult of Strix. Should we be concerned that this cult is still active, even though Mr. Barrett Lawson's in custody still?
Yeah, they're very much still active.
Has there been any recent activity that we know of that this cult has been a part of?
Yes, there has been.
Do you mind expanding on what kind of activities they've been involved in?
I cannot. Mainly because it's an ongoing case.
Have you had any substantial leads involving the cult? Are you close to catching them?
Well, in work like this, it's hard to tell if we're close or not, right? Mainly, what really goes into it, it's a lot of investigative work, it's a lot of teamwork, and all we're doing is waiting for them to slip up, right? We don't know when that's going to be. So, answering the question if we're close or not, I can't make any guarantees to that.
So they're up north in that nudist colony, if I'm correct.
That's not factual.
So should the public be worried that this cult is active? Are they at risk at all?
Public, I would say they're no more at risk than driving to work every day. I don't think it's anything to get scared of. Of course, be alert, conscious, and watch your surroundings. And if you see anything suspicious, like usual, call 911. The officer will come out to you. No, I wouldn't say public is at an extreme risk at this point.
There's been rumors going around that the cult's infiltration goes deeper than just where we thought they are, that they might already have a significant amount of influence within the government. Have you found this to be true?
In the past, for sure. This cult has been around since for generations, ever since the 1800s. Okay, they have had government influences. They've had judges. They've had sheriffs. They've had assistant sheriffs. They've all the way to government officials in the Senate and stuff like that. So, are there government ties there? Sure. Currently, I can't say that's factual, but they have in the past.
Given that they've had those ties in the past, how do you plan on drawing them out if they do currently have those ties?
I will not disclose any of our tactics that we use in investigative work, sir.
Do you have a current amount of individuals that are in that organization?
About 5 or 6.
Last I heard of this Driftwood or the Cult of Strix was probably in 2021. Have they been active since that, or have they just been laying dormant?
Well, in 2021, we had a team that they didn't get the opportunity to go to jail other than Lawson. If you're catching what I'm putting down. And since 2021, we haven't seen them. So we assume they've been in other states. We do have articles stating that there's more in other states. It's not just ours. So I assume they moved back. I assume these are probably people from either different states or their offsprings of the other ones. We just haven't seen them for quite some time. We've had some good success. I won't disclose that, but we have saved at least 2 victims so far. So we are doing our due diligence. We are constantly on the watch.
All right, so really just keep your eyes open, report anything that's suspicious as always, and just don't let it interfere with your everyday life. All right, perfect. Thank you, Chief Deputy Jack and Sheriff Thiessen.
Of course.
And as always, thank you for joining us here at Weazel News. Stay vigilant, stay safe, see something, say something. Good night, San Andreas.